Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You all right, Arthur?
I am. I'm on the treadmill, so I'm doing okay.
You're on right now?
I normally wake up. Yeah, I'm on it right now. I've been on 30 minutes, a little over 2.5 miles, and I'm cooling down a bit, and then I'm going to go move my laundry over and then do some weight training. Because, look, I'm 55 years old. My credit sucks. My future's not too bright, but at least I'm good looking and in good shape.
There you go.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, for those of us that get up this time in the morning, and that would include all of us that are up right now, unless you're just coming off a late overnight shift and you're ready to go home and go to bed, good for you. But maybe you caught the game, and a lot of us were trying to catch the game. We were watching the game, and we were hanging on for dear life as it approached that hour where you just fall asleep. And it helped that Arkansas was on a huge run, probably in the middle of a 20-2 run about the time I decided I'd seen enough. And, man, was there a lot to see. It's basketball season. If you're a Razorback fan and you're like, man, I need to hang my hat on something positive, well, good for you. I mean, it good for us. Good for us that cover it. Good for us that are in it, because this team is so much fun to watch. Good morning. Glad you're here. Chuck Barrett is hopefully sleeping. I think Chuck, as tired as we all were trying to watch the end of the game, Chuck was calling it, and then, had to do things afterwards and get on a plane and come home in the middle of the night. And, I'm sure he went out and probably, had a big time, at the all-night establishments. There's so many of them in Fayetteville. And so I don't know if he'll actually make it in today. Or maybe he went out in the big city afterwards. But I haven't heard anything. I would think we would have gotten a heads up on that. Hey, guys, we're going to have a bender in Memphis after the game. I'm just making this up. He got back late, and the plan was always for Chuck to come in late today. So he'll be in here probably next hour. I mean, it just depends on how he's feeling. That's right. I mean, when you get home in the middle of the night and you can be non-committal, I would advise it. I wouldn't be like, yeah, I'll be there definitely at 7:00. And just be like, I'll probably be there.
We'll see what happens.
But I'm going to see what my body tells me. And it might tell me to stay in bed. Here's what Cal told his team at halftime.
At halftime, I said, guys, this is every game we're going to play. You end up being like the Super Bowl. They're going to come out of the gate like this team. And you know what? You fought them off. Do you think the first 5-6 minutes, they're going to come after us? Yes. So be prepared. But you just have to sustain and keep going and get into their legs. And the biggest thing is be unselfish. But it's that kind of stuff they need to experience. And the only way, the first two games, the games we played, those exhibition, were great experiences for this team.
And that was the message of these exhibition games and what it was during the game last night. You won't see this in a regular game. Hopefully we don't actually get to this point, because coaches need to be able to coach. But Cal wearing a headset while coaching, with a cord attached to the scorer's table, and he's trying to coach, and it was great because he gave some insight, and he said it then, he said it afterwards. We need this. He said that in the moment, and then we needed this, he said after the game. The Hogs were down 45-42 at the half, and they got down 15 at one point in the first half. And this was sort of like a moment, if you're watching the game, oh, no. Oh, look at these guys. We've got a lot of really good players. This is a loaded roster. But do they know how to play together? Because any one of them, they feel like they can go get a bucket. And that's what they all came from, especially the guards. Even the returning guards. DJ Wagner, Billy Richmond can go get a bucket. Now you got Acuff and Malik Thomas. They know they can go get a bucket. And so when things start to stack up from an adversity standpoint, when it's not going in, when it doesn't, you've turned it over a couple of times, you got to kind of stop the bleeding. In basketball, when you have that skill, it's so difficult to share the ball and still play within the system and the offense and what you're trying to accomplish. And that can snowball on you, and that can really frustrate a team. And at some point in the game, Arkansas began to slow down and quit trying to go one-on-one. And I thought that was a really big sign for this team and what they can do this year, because we're still in the exhibition season, and putting yourself in a situation to be able to figure that out is a great learning moment. So that was a great night all around for the Hogs. They win by a final of 99-75, 29-14 in the first half was the score early with Memphis leading. And then Arkansas was able to really pour it on towards the end of the first half, and then a 20-2 run at one point in the game. Malik Thomas, big spark, 9 points or 23 points. He came off the bench, 3 of 7 from three-pointers. Acuff had 17 to go with 7 assists. The bench scored 51 of their 99 points last night. That included Billy Richmond, Malik Ewan, and Thomas. This was a Razorback team that during the broadcast, I think at halftime, they were showing teams to win the national championship, and they had maybe 10 teams listed and they didn't have Arkansas on the list. And I haven't seen all the other teams in college basketball, but this team is explosive. They have size. They can shoot. They can get in the paint. They had 56 points in the paint last night, 19 layups and 8 dunks. And when they miss, they get second chances. I mean, those are all things that really weren't true about last year's team, especially getting second chances, not only defensive rebounds, but being able to get offensive boards. We've seen teams that can't shoot, that can't score, that can go get second chances, and they hang their hat on that. But when you can shoot and when you score or can score, and then you can get second chances on top of that, I've known this my whole life, but I forget about it sometimes because I don't want to live in this spot in life. But being taller does matter. It just does. You see it from a rebounding standpoint.
Yeah.
Because the ball's coming to you, right? Like it doesn't have to travel further.
Still have to jump. Still have to jump.
But
all you kids out there, still got to jump.
In basketball, being taller does matter. And they're taller. And I mean, it's something, again, I'm well aware of. So I don't mean to overstate the obvious, but I think sometimes you forget that. When you're taller and you have long arms, and I know it sounds like I'm being kind of humorous about it, but really, I mean, their size is a complete game changer.
It's so different than last year, man. It's so different. This team, if have them outside of your like 10 favorites to win the national title or whatever it was that you mentioned they had on the broadcast, Bo. I saw it as well. Have them outside of that list at your own peril, because this team
or our odds. Yeah. Or the odds that the future odds we would have bet.
This team is as good as anybody in the country. I would say you kind of have an elite duo at the top of the sport right now in Houston and Florida. I think those teams are very good and they played for the national title last year. They're going to be very good again this year. Everybody's high on Purdue every single year. Purdue's not going to win the national title. They're just not.
For those of you that don't follow the show religiously, haven't over the last, when we all the way back to the last show, every March, Bart lets you know why Matt Painter's going to get beat. And Purdue's not going to advance. And it's because Matt Painter just doesn't have it in March, according to Bart. He's allergic to winning games in March.
To his credit, they played for the national title a couple years ago.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
They lost, though.
I appreciate you bringing that up because somebody needed to.
Yeah.
But you have no faith in Matt Painter.
I think they're going to be great during the regular season again. I would not expect them to be a factor for the national title. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see that. I don't think Kentucky is one of those teams. I don't think Illinois is one of those teams. I think it's Houston, Florida, Duke, and then you're looking at an Arkansas, a Texas Tech, like maybe a Michigan. Those are the teams that I would see in that next tier. This team is really good, and we saw exactly why last night, because they got punched in the mouth right out of the gate, and then they responded. And this is an exhibition game, and they were playing like it was the final for a trip to the Final Four.
They took the will right out of Memphis.
Yeah,
Memphis was so fired up to play the game, and they were all over Arkansas, and Arkansas wasn't handling it great early, and Cal's just telling them, this is why I brought you here. This is what you need to face. Yeah. This is what has to happen. Now go kick their butt. And they did. It was remarkable.
Yeah.
We got to hit a quick break. We're just getting started here. Petrino had some comments. I thought he was very honest yesterday at his Friday or Monday news conference. And then he'll join us at 7:15 as he's been doing and plans to do weekly but for the rest of the way. And a lot to dig into with football and the coaching searches and where we are and what does the candidate pool really look like for Arkansas? And is Petrino still somebody that should be considered? In my view, he is. Obviously, the rest of the season has to play out, and that'll be part of it, just like everybody else's season has to play out. Any of the candidates that you're looking at. I saw, this is Twitter for you. I saw Brian Kelly was enjoying a giant cheese dip at Superior Grill in Baton Rouge yesterday. And I thought,
good for him.
Man, good for him. 50 whatever million. And
he can buy a lot of cheese
let's
dip.
go eat some Mexican for lunch. Back in a minute. Good morning, 6:13.
I could be mistaken, but I did read it.
It's pretty even.
It could have been incorrect, but I did read it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck's still going to call all the games this year. We're going to listen to you come in here and be tired, and 65% of you is better than 100% of everybody else. We'll take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
No, I was happy. I was in the huddle saying, guys, this is what we need. Now, you're either going to figure it out. I'm going to try to. Some of you are coming out because you're not fighting. But and that's all I said at halftime. This is what you want, because I got to figure out which of you can be in this kind of game and who can't, because you won't fight. So we'll all figure this out. And either you'll fight through, which they did, I'm proud of them, or they don't, and you get beat by 25. I mean, you had to think we were going to get smashed when we're down 15, 16, 17, whatever it was. It was like, and it wasn't even a game. We missed dunks and layups. It was good for us.
Yeah, I love that. You had to think we were going to get smashed. You know, Memphis thought that. I mean, they're feeling the building. Listen.
There was a buzz.
You got to understand, and I think we do, but now we're getting back into the season, so be reminded of it. And he so embraces this. But when John Calipari shows up with a squad on the road, I mean, John Calipari, they want to beat him. The other team wants to beat him. The fans want to beat him. Obviously, the other team always wants to win. But there's an added element. It feels like the show is in town, and let's send the show home with a loss. And you got to be ready for that as a team. But I think that's why you come here. Everybody that plays at a high level wants to play on the biggest stage. And the stage follows Cal around. And it felt like that last night in Memphis. And, boy, did he get a nice ovation or what?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the line on one, Razorbacks head coach, John Calipari.
That's pretty good. There may have been some booze in there, but it's pretty loud.
Yeah.
I think Memphis,
good to see.
Time heals wounds.
Yeah, it does.
At some point, there will be a moment where he goes back to Kentucky, and that happens right there. And it's been long enough at Memphis. And for all Kentucky fans would love to hear from me, wouldn't they? I'll just speak to Kentucky fans for a minute. There will be a day where you look back fondly on the John Calipari years. There will be a day. I mean, he just did too many good things there for that not to be true.
He won a national title.
Beyond that, I mean, all of the players he brought through there, all of the great wins, the SEC tournaments, I don't remember how many conference championships he won. But when he has done a remarkable job in his Hall of Fame career of making everywhere he goes relevant. And it's not just relevant for a couple of 3 weeks out of the year. In most seasons, it's the entire year. All right, let's take some calls. 877-377-6963. It's 6:21. Chuck will be in here later. Got home in literally the middle of the night. We needed him to get a couple of hours. Arkansas won 99-75 last night after being down big. 15 points. They ended up winning by 24. Mike at El Dorado. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Will y'all let old Chuck sleep in a little bit this morning?
The guy just, he's like a 30-year-old trapped in a 60-something-year-old body. He's just got the Energizer bunny rabbit, syndrome.
That's what I was saying.
We got to slow him down every once in a while.
He's Energized Bunny. That's what I was going to say. He's just a hopping around bunny. Hey, first off, Bo, that was a nice putt you made on that Breaking the 90 video. I just saw it minutes before the show started.
I told him not to include that, but they thought that the look on Bart's face of what he was going through in the moment, and then a 45-foot putt or whatever it was going in, and the look in his face in that moment was good theater. And so the editor won against my argument, and I said, okay, fine, you can leave it in.
Well, that's all right. It's worth showing.
But the real story behind that was all the smack talking going on in the other group, and they thought they were about to win a new pair of shoes, all of them. And that putt broke their dreams. And that I will be forever grateful for.
That's right. That's right. The main thing is, first off, 4 turnovers in 4 quarters. Come on, man, get real. You know what I mean? It's been a whole year.
But honestly, were we all watching at the same time in disbelief?
Yeah, well, the defense did good. I was shocked, really. Offense was rolling until the fourth.
We're talking football here. We just took a little turn, but I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the wheels come off. I just enough said. 4 turnovers.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, what are you going to get the rest of the way? Are you going to get the team that you saw lose by a combined 6 points in games that they're probably punching above their head? Or are you going to get the team that did not play up to that same standard in a game they were favored to win in? And yes, tip of the cap to the defense, but I just never saw that performance coming from the offense, and I don't think Petrino did either. I think he was equally as stunned.
For the fourth quarter, that's all it is. They over on the sideline eating them Butterfingers and sponsors. But the thing is, we just got to hold the ball. That's it. I mean, I don't know the answers. I don't guess the coach knows the answer.
It's been
it's sad.
It's been so many games and years now of just like, oh my gosh.
Except for Notre Dame, they waxed us, but anyhow, so facing Notre Dame, we're in there.
Yeah, the pain of a Razorback fan. The pain of a Razorback football fan.
Well, you're a lot younger than me. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Are you excited? Did you watch the basketball game last night?
Well, that's on the next thing. I think Cal got them going pretty good, regardless of what it looked like early in the game last night. They come back just solid, strong.
Think they're going to be okay?
Yeah, I believe so. As long as we can stay out of the injury bug, you know what I mean? But I believe we will. We're better off on this year than we in the past on the injury bug. As far as if someone gets hurt, we got a little more depth.
Yeah, they do. Cal, thanks for the call, Mike. Cal doesn't traditionally play a really deep bench, but he's got 4 or 5. He's got 3 or 4 that you feel like you can run out there about any time. They got some great combinations. They feel like they have more depth at an elite level, not just bodies, but
1 through 8 this year is better than 1 through 8 last year.
Yeah.
To expand that as far as you want, 1 through 9, 1 through 10, whatever. I think what we saw last night is going to kind of be the core group that you're going to see play the majority of the minutes this year. Not that one of the other guys might emerge or have moments. They certainly will. But I think those 8 guys are going to be the guys that Cal rides with.
Now might be a good time to remind people that Bart is a basketball savant.
Well,
he is a basketball aficionado. If basketball were a bunch of cigars, it would be in a humidor in Bart's house. That's Bart. I mean, he can, it's like every cigar is a team, and he can pull that out and he can hold it while he gives you the tour of his built-in humidor, and he'll hold it up and he'll say, "Let me tell you about Duke," and then and this one right here is Houston from Cuba, and this one right here, and then he just go through the whole, Kentucky and Tennessee and Florida, and he'll tell you everything you need to know. Now this one is my prize one right here. This is Arkansas, and let me tell, this is what you're going to get. I'm just telling you. Bart has locks. People didn't realize when we started the Chuck and Bo show that we had an ace. We had an ace. We didn't want to talk about it. A lot of competition out there. People would want to, be throwing pile of money at you. And until we had you locked down, and then when we had you locked down, can't go anywhere. You're here for life. Signed a lifetime contract. Once that happened, we let you out. We developed the situation room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Edward, you've seen it firsthand. I mean, the life of its own.
That's right.
I mean, these walls can barely contain them.
It's pretty unbelievable.
I mean, really, Bart is a basketball guy. Bart is there's 2 guys, John Rothstein, eat, drink, sleep, 365 basketball. Then there's Bart. I mean, I'm just telling you.
And then the brothers, Ken and Jerry.
Ken Palm, Jerry Palm's brother.
Ken Pomeroy.
Do you think Chuck has trouble sleeping at night, that he single-handedly ruined Jerry Palm's career? Or at least called attention to the fact that the guy was not what people thought he was?
No, but I think he's losing sleep right now that he missed out on the Ken and the brother joke. He loves that joke.
Yeah.
He just cracks up.
Nobody
every time
loves that more.
Yeah. He does.
The Ken and Jerry joke. He loves that joke.
It's really not that funny.
It's going to wake him up.
It's funnier that he loves the joke.
Right.
That's what makes it funny.
I mean, he keels over and laughs every time he hears it.
Yeah, when Chuck laughs, it makes the rest of us laugh. When he gets going, you know.
Right.
But I did, yeah. Well, he'll eventually be in here. Chevy at Fayetteville Situation Room is going to be basketball Situation Room a lot coming up.
That's right.
With Bart. Chevy has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now, including the Silverado that Chuck will come in on. It's like as if he rides a horse. 13 horsepower, $13,000 off MSRP right now at Chevy of Fayetteville on Silverado 1500s. The Suburbans, the Tahoes are great looking vehicles. Chevy of Fayetteville is the kind of people you want to do business with. Mark, Chris, Denver, just a few of the guys over there that are ready when you walk in the door. Hey, how can we help you? And it could be, hey, I need a loaner. I need to get my vehicle serviced. I need, some body work done, whatever it is. Inside the Fayetteville Auto Park, they've been in business 25 years. Chevy of Fayetteville, together let's drive. It's 629. Good morning.
Bo, 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 Bo.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Today's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I knew I had to show up because after Chuck does a game, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't feel like there's a world where Chuck is not showing up and also lets us know.
That's true. If I don't show up, you need to try to contact me because there's an issue.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, do you think we should have Chuck maybe start sharing his location? When he comes in today,
that would be fascinating.
Let's just say,
would be fascinating.
Well, no, be clear. That's never going to happen.
No.
But I think the conversation would be fascinating, and the squirming that will go on when we bring it up.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
And look, I don't know.
We need to talk about that.
I don't know, like especially
Does Chuck
if you're
share his
listening.
location with anybody?
If you don't know, I can almost guarantee you the answer to that is no. And look, the show is on the radio, and we I think traditionally look at it as a radio show, but we stream it on YouTube every day live, and so you can see the show. There's not much to look at here, but you do get reactions. And I think when Chuck gets in here, let's just say it's around 7:00, a little after 7. That's my guess. I don't want to hold him to that. And we got Coach Petrino at 7:15. But I want to open this conversation up, and I just want to see, hey, would you be willing, like, because when you're on the road in, let's say, a dangerous place like Memphis, not all of Memphis is dangerous, but I mean, whatever. I mean, you go missing, like you travel a lot. We care. I mean, we're your friends. I mean, you're part of the family. And, we want your best interest in mind, and we think you should start sharing your location with us. I don't know if I can keep a straight face.
No.
But I want to bring it up. Bart would feel better, but Bart and Edward both would feel better. They're always looking at me going, do you think Chuck's okay? And frankly, I'm tired of answering the question. I'd like for them to just be able to know. How do you think this is going to
go? Poorly.
Yeah. So I'm here for it.
It's going to be a quick no.
But you don't think he's going to, like, I can't
He's
get him.
not going to entertain that.
You don't think I can get him going for a minute on it?
Yeah, maybe get him going.
That's what I mean.
In
get
a
him
negative
going.
direction, yes. But.
As if he doesn't do that.
Right.
As if he doesn't stir the pot with everyone else.
Oh, I know he does.
Yeah, oh yeah. So we may try that. He's probably already up listening, and it won't matter at this point. Now he's heard the bit. But
worth a shot.
If you get a chance around 7, if you're traditionally just listening to the show, I would suggest maybe streaming on YouTube. And speaking of that, we had a call bring it up a minute ago that Bart's Breaking 90 YouTube video is now live, and he didn't break 90, he shot 90. And then this Friday, we're going to be at the Fayetteville Country Club.
That's right.
We'll do the show there live from 6 to 9, and then Bart will attempt to break 90 on the beautiful Fayetteville Country Club course. And have you played lately? Have you played since Big Creek?
I have not, no.
You practiced at all?
No, I have not. And it doesn't look like I'm going to get an opportunity to this week with the weather.
I don't know if we'll have the same production. I mean, hopefully Edward will be out there, doing something with updates. I've got to call the crew today and find out if they're in. I mean, this is, it's expensive. This production element that we had for you, Big Creek, I don't know that we can execute that every time. Yeah. But, people are intrigued and they do want to know, can you go, now the Fayetteville Country Club's par 70. So you basically get 2 extra shots, but you're going to play for the members' tees, which will be between the tips and the next set of tees. So it's not the tips all the way back. But it's also not as long as Big Creek. It's a different test of golf. So we'll see how Bart does on Friday on Halloween. Do you know what you're dressing up as yet?
No.
Well, last night the Razorbacks dressed up like a winning program in basketball. I mean, that was so much fun to watch.
They looked the part.
That is going to be must-see television all year. They play Duke, Houston, Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas Tech.
And Michigan State.
They play the entire Elite 8 field from last year. Michigan State. But all those teams I just rattled off Don't they all have higher odds to win the national championship than Arkansas?
For the most part, there are a couple that I think maybe don't, but
they're going to get a crack
at all of them
at the preseason top of the pile.
Right.
You don't know what you're going to be for Halloween yet?
I do not know.
So Kara told me, she gave me, I haven't dressed up for Halloween in years. You know, the kids are a little bit older now and all that. Like,
it's not something you're required to do.
I played along a little bit for a while there. But I'm going to get a baseball uniform and I'm going to hold a stop sign. And you know what I'm going to be? A shortstop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Is that final?
It's no, it's I wanted to get ahead of it like Eminem before somebody else did. Caleb and Mountain Home, you're on the Chuck and Bo show. Good morning. Hey, Caleb.
Morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Tough crowd here today. Hey, Caleb.
Hey, can you
It's
hear
appropriate.
me?
I can very well, actually. Go ahead.
Good deal. Hey, before I get into anything, Bo, I actually want to apologize to you. Last time I called in, you complimented me and my family and everybody over here at Mountain Home, and I was too fixated on what I was going to say next on the call that I didn't even acknowledge what you said. So right here, I want to say thank you for doing that, and I'm sorry for not acknowledging it. And also, for the record, my mom wanted to make sure I put this in there. She also heard that I didn't acknowledge it and made sure that I was going to apologize to you and acknowledge it this time around.
If you thought, Caleb, that I thought that was coming from your heart, I knew right where that was coming from. But also, let's be honest, that happens here on a daily basis. So we didn't think anything of it. We truly did have a great time. We'll be back. Big Creek and Mountain Home as a community is a really awesome, special place. And we had such a great time over there. And we appreciate you and everyone else who listens there. And it's like a home away from home. It really is. Love going to Mountain Home.
Yep. I mean, not a lot goes on in this town, so we look forward to having you. But, hey, I wanted to call in and talk about the Razorbacks a little bit. First off, basketball team, they look great. They're going to be a really fun, cohesive team to watch, I think, this year. They play together well. They look like a fun team, so I'm looking forward to it. As for the football, I'm going to tell y'all, so my parents were out of town this weekend. Originally, I had Saturday off. I usually work Saturdays, and I had some plans canceled last minute. So I wasn't planning on going anywhere until Philip came up to me and found cheap tickets for the game. So I was like, you know what? Sure, it'll be rainy. Sure, it'll be cold, but we got a chance. So we left here about 6:30 this morning, put on extra layers of clothes, got ponchos, and came all the way over here to Fayetteville. And y'all, you know, it was a good game in the first half. I think honestly the second quarter was the best part about that game. But you know, it just the level of like just going into the fourth quarter and you're up by 8, and then all of a sudden you have 4 turnovers. And I know everybody's talking about it, but just being there and watching it unfold right before your eyes is just the most baffling. Like, this game got me. Like, this game, I had hope.
Mm-hmm.
I had thought that this was a team that Arkansas could probably beat realistically for the first time in forever. And after watching that game, I'm not saying I've given up a lot of hope, but it's going to come. They have to do a lot in order to prove to me that they can win.
Mm-hmm.
3 times now I've seen this offense have the ball, have a chance to win, and in this case they were up, and they quite literally just gave it away.
Yeah.
And you know, in football there has to be a lot of trust between the fan base and the team, and I pretty much lost all trust I have for this team. In my opinion, the defense has never been great, but they did everything they needed to do in order to give the offense an advantage. And the offense, in this case, gave it away. Now, Petrino was honest in his comments about that. I appreciate that. And I'm not saying he doesn't have a path, but it's become a lot harder.
Yeah.
Granted, Mississippi State's a winnable game. I think LSU gets more winnable every week now that Kelly's gone. But Texas and Missouri are going to be a uphill battle, and I still think he has to get the 5 wins in order to be heavily considered for the job. But it's definitely going to be a fight if you're Petrino. And I think the first step is proving to everybody that this team can put it together, that they can finish a game. Because up to this point, they haven't really proven to me or the fan base, I think, that this team in particular could finish a game.
Yeah.
And I hate to be so harsh, but that's just what I'm feeling.
I feel that when you fail and at what you do best and you lose a game in that way, it will shake your confidence. And the biggest challenge for that offense is, can they come back and prove people wrong? Like, hey, we're not going to continue to be like this, and we're going to be something different and a team that finishes games. And can the defense hang on and continue to maybe show some improvement and do just enough to give the offense a chance to win moving forward? You got 4 games left. You got a game against Mississippi State, bye week, and then three tough games coming up, 2 of them on the road. We'll talk about it coming up, but I understand where you're coming from, and I don't think anybody understands it more than Bobby Petrino does, and he's coming up in 30 minutes from right now. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank, the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show, helping our Kansans bank better every single day. You do that with more convenient locations and friendly local bankers. Check them out online, fsbank.com. Bank better at First Security Bank, member FDIC. We're full service here. We're like the concierge of sports talk radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter. Check out the Varsity Vibe podcast. Follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
isn't it interesting when something doesn't go our way and we immediately start blaming people, and there's this rare occasion where there is nobody to blame, and you have to deal with the fact that it's just you.
You're right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Caleb was weighing in on the game, and I hear him. Arkansas falling apart offensively in the fourth quarter. What was a bit of a surprise. I know they've had some fumbles late in games, and that's cost them, but the way this one happened was different. And I think it was shocking to the players and the coaches that were involved. Petrino said this yesterday in his news conference about that.
It's hard on the offense because we got to face it. You got to look at it. You got to watch the video, and you got to say, yeah, this is not good football. This is not how we've been playing all year long. But then you got to put it behind you and get out on the field. And I thought the players did a good job of that. I thought our strength staff did a really good job out there, and they ran hard and they got the soreness out. And we stretched hard and did some work after we ran. The young guys went out and practiced hard and got good quality reps. So we certainly able to put it behind us and move forward. And whenever you lose a game like that, it always challenges your attitude. And I was happy with the attitude that we had.
You know, there's a problem we have as Razorback fans, and it's not your fault, but it's something that I think to be made aware of. And that is when you have all that's going on here over the last decade plus, when you watch something like you saw on Saturday, you're bringing with you all the other memories, all the baggage. You know, you have a tab in a relationship, and you have a relationship with Razorback football. And so when that thing comes up and something goes south, you don't just look at, hey, is Bobby Petrino the right guy for the job, or is this offense, can he really coach offense? You know, in this vacuum, you're like, this sucks too. Get me out of here. Get me something new. And everybody in college football, well, not everybody, a lot of people in college football right now are just like, this sucks. Get it out of here. Let me try something new. That sucks. Get it out of here. Let me try something. I'm tired of this guy. Let's try something new. But the reality is, all the trying new stuff still isn't working in college football. Most of the people that have been hiring coaches over the last 5 to 7 years aren't better off today than they were then. That doesn't mean you settle for what you have. But it also doesn't mean sometimes that it's as bad as you think it is, and it may not be as easily corrected or fixed as you think it is. And so we're all going to overreact in the moment, but I'm going to be interested to see what happens against Mississippi State, at LSU, at Texas, and Missouri to finish the year. Almost 7 o'clock. Good morning.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at mcdonaldeye.com.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hard on the offense because we got to.
Coleman sends a fly ball to center field. Varsho's going back before that.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Does this affect the way you think about your mortality when we do the birthdays? It affects me. It makes me think about it.
I don't care how many games you played, how great you were as an athlete. There comes a point where you're just an old man.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of them are right now. And I look at them, and that's when I think man, you're next. You get to a point where you just know that my generation's next.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy to see you.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo
Well,
Madden.
Malik Thomas, woo. I mean, I grabbed him today. If you ever saw him play in high school, he dribbled the ball 15 times on each possession, spun twice, went between, and then shot off the weak leg. You didn't see any of that. You see him a downhill runner, catch and shoot, making the easy pass, seeing him defend. Last game, he was our leading rebounder. I mean, it's freshman.
All he did was come off the bench and score 23 points in front of the great Chuck Barrett, who called the game and has somehow made his way into the studio after arriving home in the middle of the night.
It was the middle of the night. I'll tell you, though, we left Memphis, and somebody said, might have been Z, I don't know, said, hey, who's winning the World Series? And so we're checking the phones. It's like, wow, they're in like the 10th inning or the 11th inning. And so we go to the airport and, you know, all the things you go through to get on the plane, and we get ready to leave, and it's the 14th inning. It's like 12:45, almost 1. And sleep a little bit on the plane, get back. Well, I wonder who won the World Series. Popped up the phone and still playing. Top of the 18th inning. So, I mean, it's incredible. It's, after it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm driving home, and I heard Freddie Freeman go deep.
Freeman sends a fly ball to center field. Varsho's going back before the catch strikes midnight. Freddie Freeman has ended it. It's a repeat hero with the last word on a Game 3 classic.
The Dodgers win 6-5 Game 3. They take a 2-1 series lead in 18 innings, and it's 1:30, 1:45 in the morning. And Chuck's got 10-2 on the steering wheel. Dear Lord, just get me home.
That's exactly
Just
what I
get
was
me
thinking.
this
That's
bad.
right.
And you're like, is this real life? I'm listening to a baseball game
I
live.
did think that. I thought that word surreal is so overused. I mean, people use it all the time. But I couldn't think of any other way to describe it. It's like, I'm just trying not to run off the road. And Freddie Freeman, ends the longest game ever.
That's wild. I got to tell you, Chuck, I just, Purple Heart for you. So key to the studio or something.
Well, no.
I fell asleep in the second half.
Here's.
They got on that run, and I was like, well, I think we can see where this is going. And the next thing I knew, the game was over.
Here's what happened.
I was asleep.
Here's what happened. I ran into several people over there that listened to the show. There were lots of people that came up and said they listened to the show, and I'll be listening in the morning.
Them?
Yes. Because they mentioned Bard.
Yeah,
and,
now you know. Yeah, now you know.
So, I was, I didn't really know what to think about all that, but they were saying, are you going to be there tomorrow? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Well, we'll be listening to, whatever. We got to drive back to Arkansas. And I thought, well, I got to go. I got to go.
I got to win.
If they can get up and go to work, so can I.
If they're driving back.
Yes.
And they're going to get up and go to work tomorrow.
Yes.
I would feel terrible.
I would have
about
been
myself.
shamed. That's right.
Yeah, all these people that were like, hey, can't wait to hear what you have to say tomorrow. And they drag their butt all the way home. And, people do, for a second. And we're not going to go too long here. We got Coach Petrino coming up in just about 7:15, 9 minutes from now. But to the fans that do make the effort to go to games, to travel 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, sometimes longer, Fayetteville, wherever the games are, you forget about what they go through just to go to a game. And for a basketball fan right now, I'm happy for them that they get to see the product that they're getting to see. And I know Bobby Petrino continues to talk about, it's our job to put a product on the field that's entertaining for people to come and watch, and we need to turn that into a W. And we'll talk to him about that here in a minute. But, boy, did you have fun calling that game?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was really kind of the first half. I didn't know what was going to happen. It's like, who are these guys? Memphis put some pressure on them, and they didn't handle it real well, quite honestly. But once they got settled in,
They've just got so many weapons. I mean, that's the deal. If one guy doesn't get you, somebody else will. Malik Thomas. And we're going to talk about all these guys, I'm sure, during the course of the year, but this guy is, he's just at a different level.
Came off the bench.
Yeah, 23 and 7.
Yeah.
And 4 assists,
7,
and 4 steals.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's a complete player and changed the game.
Acuff had 17 points, 7 assists, no turnovers, 51 points off the
No
bench.
turnovers. I mean, that is remarkable for a guy who has the ball in his hands as much as he does.
Billy Richmond out there making 3-pointers. What did he make? 2 all of last year?
I saw made 2 all of last year, made 2
last night.
I saw a still shot after the game of how high he was up when he blocked a shot.
Oh, yeah.
His hand was up above the square on the glass. I mean, like from the wrist up, it was above the square on the glass blocking a shot. And, man, he can get up there.
Let's take a call real quick. Ben's in Fayetteville. Ben, good morning. Well, we lost Ben. He's right there, and he's not.
Well,
Philip in Mountain Home. Go ahead, Philip. Philip, good morning.
Okay. Good morning. I know we won against Memphis in basketball, but I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on how we lost to Hugh Freeze and Auburn. This Auburn team has not scored more than 20 points against an SEC opponent. Not more than 20 points. And then they put up 33 points against our defense by mostly field goals. If you can't stop Hugh Freeze and a backup quarterback, they just kept running the ball.
Well,
that's all they kept doing.
Philip, that game's like so old by now. I mean, they got to, like, what's going to happen this week is the question. You know, I mean, that we all know what that game was. It fell apart in the fourth quarter. I thought the defense played their best game. You can't turn the ball over 4 times, and that's got nothing to do with the defense giving up points. That's on the offense, and everybody knows that, and Petrino has said that. The question, what was surprising is that the offense played the way that they did. And I thought Petrino was very honest yesterday about what happened on offense, and then Chuck talked about it on Monday. They were unable to establish the run, and then Petrino got a little bit more specific yesterday.
Yeah, they need to take a good look in the mirror. That's what you have to do when you don't execute and play the way you have, and it comes down to a lot of communication, comes down to a lot of technique. We lost our technique for a while. You can't take a lot away from Auburn because they are very good. They're good at it. They're good at what they do. They're well coached, and they played extremely hard. They were more physical than we were, and I feel like that's the first time this year where our O-line didn't match the physicality of who we're playing against.
Yeah, he was talking about
I thought that was the biggest thing.
And
I thought that was the biggest thing in the whole game.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut Philip short, but I just did. I don't want to go through everything we already know again, and we got to get out on time here. We got Coach coming up. We'll hear from him on this. Bobby Petrino will join us next. It's 7:10. It's Tuesday morning. The Hogs won big last night. The Dodgers got a win in 18 innings to take a 2-1 series lead. And we are just getting started this morning. Good morning.
They're all crazy. Yeah. And I don't mean that in a critical way. We got issues in this room. I'm going to be truthful about that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
One thing, but listen, what a great show you. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's 7:15. Chuck's in here after getting back in the middle of the night from the basketball game in Memphis last night. The Hogs won. Arkansas head coach Bobby Petrino is joining us on the Chuck and Bo Show this morning, as he is weekly. Coach, good morning. Thanks for hopping on with us.
Good morning. How you guys doing this morning?
Doing great. Thank you, Coach. Good to talk to you.
Coach, I know I've heard your comments after the game Monday in your news conference. Obviously, you're very honest in your assessment of the game. I wonder, from a leadership standpoint, nobody's more frustrated than you, but you've been so close, and then you just kind of have a setback in the way this game went. How have you been able to, or what's the challenge of getting the guys to just hang on through the adversity and get them to believe that they can go compete in these next 4 games like you have in a lot of other ones?
Well, I think the key is that defensively we've improved and we played to a position where we had a chance to win the game. Offensively, we expect a lot more from ourselves than that. And our players have a lot of pride. The O-line takes a lot of pride, the quarterback, the run game, and the passing game. So I have no doubt that offensively we'll respond. We'll come out and have great practice today and practice with a lot of energy and effort. challenge their pride of the offensive players and keep building on the defensive players. And then we've got to do a better job on special teams. We've got to be able to help contribute to a win on special teams.
Coach, you've been doing this a long time, and maybe you still ask yourself the question. I don't know. But how does something like Saturday happen? Because you've looked so good on offense, and how does it get to a point where you're like, man, I can't believe what I'm watching right now?
Well, the first thing is you got to understand that that's one heck of a defense. There's a reason why they're one of the leading defenses in the country, and particularly against the run. And, we were in a position where we could still go win the game in the fourth quarter. A couple bad things happened to us, and we turned the ball over, and all of a sudden we're no longer in a chance to win the game. So, again, I still think we're right there. I still think that our offense is a dang good offense. We've got to go out and show it and prove it this weekend.
How'd they respond Sunday night when they came in, Coach?
Good. I mean, what you do is you got to – I tell them all that they have to be their own worst critic, watch the video, be critical of themselves, understand what we're asking, what we need, and did I do it on that play? I mean, each play you want to go through and say, I played with 100% effort or I didn't, and I did what I'm coached to do and utilize my technique. So you got to really be tough on yourself when you evaluate the video, and obviously the coaches are pointing things out. But it really comes up to, players being hard on themselves. And then once we get done with the video, you got to put it behind you and move forward. And that's why we go out and condition and run the guys that played a lot of reps and practice the guys that didn't, is to put the game behind us and move forward.
Coach, I know you were asked about this yesterday and the future and the resources. Can you win at Arkansas? And you said a couple of things. You did think you could win at Arkansas, but you also said, hey, I'm focused on the here and now. I'm trying to give these guys the best chance to win right now. But if you allow yourself to zoom out a little bit, I know you said you'd be interested in being the head coach here when Hunter asked you that. Do you think you can acquire and get the resources and have the things necessary to make Arkansas as competitive as fans want it to be in this Southeastern Conference?
There's no question in my mind that you can do it here. It's going to take a lot of work. Flip the roster quickly because we lose so many seniors off of it. But the resources are here, and we've got to give the boosters and the fans hope and show them that you're committed to play and perform to a championship level.
When you look at the Mississippi State game, that's a different matchup, obviously, than the Auburn one. And you've now flipped the page and you moved on to that game. What do you guys have to do to go out there to flip this to a W this week?
Well, offensively, we've got to be able to be a balanced team, running the ball and throwing the ball and make big plays down the field. They're playing better defense than they did a year ago when we played them. But we were very explosive and were able to do it both in the run game and the pass game. Defensively, we got to handle their tempo. They're a fast tempo, quick snap team, going to run the ball and throw RPOs. So we've got to be able to put pressure on the quarterback and hit the quarterback. When he's getting hit, he's not making as many plays.
Coach, I got to ask you, the landscape of college football. I mean, the last 3 or 4 years and what's happened in the portal, NIL, now we got rev share, and then the amount of coaches. I mean, we're at $170 million worth of buyouts mid-season. We got 4 games left to play. It feels like we're in an unprecedented time, and everybody's being asked about it. When these coaches go to their news conferences, it's like, hey, what do you think about Brian Kelly getting fired? What do you think about this guy getting fired? Has something changed? A lot of things have changed, but what's your view of where we are in college football, and how do you navigate all this?
Well, I think once the salaries went up for the coaches, it puts a lot of pressure on the fact that you got to win games, and if you're not going to win games, then there's going to be changes made, and right now they're not worried about what they have to pay for the buyouts at some places. So it's just a fact of life in the coaching profession right now. I don't like it that way, obviously. You'd like to see, like the old days where Woody Hayes is at a school for that long and, other coaches are set for certain points. But that's prior to the revenue sharing and the nil and all the pressure that mounts and to get W's and get wins.
I wonder, and I've wondered a lot with coaches, how you balance the desire to develop a player. Every coach I've ever been around, that's what they enjoy the most, is developing a player, with the reality that, man, if we don't win now, none of us are going to be around next year anyway.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that, you always wonder how this is going to affect the players and what's going to happen 8 years from now, 10 years from now, because it used to be about, developing and overcoming obstacles and stick with it, man. Good things will happen. And now with the system that we have set, we see guys that the grass is always greener at somewhere else, and they get in the portal and transfer. And, I think we're getting lost in the fact that the game of football used to prepare these young men for life and how to overcome obstacles and fight through it, be a good teammate, know how to work hard for life after football. So I'm hoping that we don't get lost in life after football.
Yeah, I mean, it sure seems like it's so quick and transactional now. It's a difficult task, but from everything we hear about the group you have, they keep fighting and evaluating these guys in the portal. Coach, I wanted to ask you about that. So let's just spin it forward a little bit. You mentioned, hey, there's a bunch of seniors on this team. We're going to have to flip the roster. You got to recruit in today's world. You got to bring in some freshmen. But, there's no, hey, let's give a coach, 4 years to turn a program around anymore because of the portal. So obviously it's important to evaluate in the portal, but what does that look like while you're trying to coach and win and also think about that?
I think the greatest challenge is to be able to get to know the young men, understand their background, what they're made of. I think it'll be better now. The window that you have for the portal has changed, and it gives you some time to really do your homework and really get to know young players. But it is the fact of life that you're going to, last year we had 48 new guys in January. So, there's going to be at least that number this year. So you've got to make sure you do your homework, your background. And, I feel like we got good kids here. We got good young kids on offense that are going to develop and get better, but you're going to have to bring in some difference makers.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you making time for us today, as always. Good luck to you this week, and again, thank you.
All right, guys, have a good one.
You too. You too, Coach. Have a great Tuesday. We need to have them on Thursday so we can have Perfect Thursday with them. We feel like we're a part of Perfect Thursday.
Petrino says a lot of things when he talks. He said something a minute ago that I think ought to resonate with people. He said, there's no question in my mind you can win here. We've talked for 2, 3, 4, 5 years now about the deficiencies in the roster. You've talked about Lane Kiffin phoning, and these guys aren't always calling to, hey, let's figure out how good Arkansas can be. They come into it with the idea that, I'm looking for reasons perhaps not to take the job because I don't know if I can fill the roster with the kind of players that you need to win. Petrino said all along, we can win here. We can win here, and I can go get the money. And I'm not saying he can't. I don't know.
Well,
but I know he's the one saying it, and I don't hear anybody else say it.
No matter who you get, Chuck, you're taking a chance on can they figure that out.
Well, you're right.
Do they really know how to do that? And I'd take a shot right now with a guy that knows enough about here to be able to do that if you think he's capable, if the people pulling the trigger think he's capable enough to do that. And I would be really careful. And Hunter said this when they announced that they were going to do a nationwide search and Coach Petrino was also going to be a candidate. He made it clear that it wouldn't just be about wins and losses. We also understand that fans react to wins and losses, and it's hard to get momentum from a fan perspective if you're not winning games at some point. But, I think Saturday was an aberration, and we'll find out whether that's true moving forward. But also, he hasn't had the opportunity to build this culture over the course of an offseason and in a fall camp. And you factor all that in with this guy believes you can win here. He does have some good things on his resume, and they were actually done here. And does he understand today's world of college football? I think he does. I would not eliminate him as a candidate for the job based on what we saw in the Auburn game, although probably every one of us about 30 minutes after the Auburn game were doing that in our minds because that's how powerful the moment can be. But I think this is still very much in play.
Well, I just think that, and we've said it before, there's still so much left to do, not just here, but everywhere else. We've still got a month. And
4 games left. Can you believe we got –
They fired Sam Pittman before September was over. I mean, you think about that. And you've still got 2 full months of 9 weeks when he was let go. So – it's just so strange with that much season left.
You know what I just thought of? I want to do this.
What?
I want to go do a short documentary, like that's a quick turnaround that comes out here in 3 or 4 weeks. And I want to go spend time with the coaches that have been fired mid-season, and I want to see what they're doing. Like Brian Kelly was at a Mexican restaurant, or I don't know if it's a Mexican restaurant, Superior Grill. He was having cheese dip yesterday in Baton Rouge for lunch.
Thinking about the $800,000 a month.
Well, he had his phone out. I think he kept looking at the bank account.
Yeah, that's
just
what I'd
to see
be
if
doing.
they'd put the first payment in there yet. But like seriously, as a human, all you do is work your tail off, late days, early mornings, and you've just been fired, and you didn't want to be fired, but you've got $50 million. What do you do like for the next couple of weeks?
Well, the thing you have to remember with a coach is they're going to be fired probably, and I'm not talking about head coaches, just as an assistant coach coming up, you're going to be fired 15 or 20 times. When the head coach gets fired, you get fired too. So these guys are accustomed to that. A normal person, like you, me, any of us in the room, you get fired, it's one of the more traumatic experiences of your life. And once you get fired 2 or 3 times, well, you're probably not going to get a chance to get fired again. Whereas in coaching, I mean, you have to steel yourself a little bit to that because it's going to happen. And lots of times when you get fired, you're an assistant coach and you're not rich.
That's right.
These guys now, at the very least, they've got money the rest of us just can't imagine.
That's the sad documentary. To me, the happy documentary is what I did with my buyout money. I think I should go. I think we should try this. Yeah. I need Franklin and Brian Kelly to participate. But let's go spend a day with Sam and see how life is. I mean, I hope it's great for these guys. I really do.
I think it's better than we might imagine.
I really hope it's great for them. Hey, if you're having a moment, like maybe those guys should go celebrate at Blakeman's and mark the moment. But generally, it's a happier moment at Blakeman's, whether it's an anniversary or you're getting engaged or you're just celebrating a milestone. You go in there and you tell, hey, I'm looking for this. They're going to give you some options to create a memory of a lifetime because it's way more than just a transaction. You're going to get jewelry somewhere, but do it somewhere where you're going to get the best, and there's going to be a story to go along with it. And they're going to get right in that world with you and help you pick what's best for you. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, it's more than jewelry. It's about your story. 7:30, good morning. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's
we don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time Hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Truck Month is here at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, and the savings are big. Get up to $12,000 off new Silverados, up to $8,000 off Chevy 2500s, and up to $5,000 off Chevy Colorado. That's real money back in your pocket. Plus more inventory, more discounts, and better service than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. Stop by today and see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
You know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
can we just admit that a lot of these national college football media guys just have no earthly idea what they're talking about? All this stuff that you hear, it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. Less now than ever before, I think. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to this show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, we just heard from Petrino. He talked about Taylon's performance and how, he's evaluating what happened last week in his Monday news conference.
We go back and look at his preparation and, not running full speed in practice because of not, feeling healthy enough to do that, which should not affect his decision-making, but he let it affect his decision-making. His sets and technique were the worst they've been all year, so just really the mental preparation to practice and play, I didn't get it done well enough, and, that's on me. That's my fault that he didn't get prepared and ready to play and execute the way he's supposed to.
Taylor had a bad game. He's been here for a couple of years now, and he's not been perfect by any stretch, but he's had a lot of spectacular moments.
Yeah.
He had a bad game.
He has.
And as we were discussing Monday, I guess it was that yesterday?
That was all of yesterday. You've been a lot of places.
What would happen if there is a game where Taylor is not great? Because if that game comes, Arkansas is not going to look very good because as he goes, so goes the team. And so when your best player, when your captain, when the guy that you count on to win the game for you is not having a good day, I don't care what anybody says. It affects every aspect of your team. All three phases, as they say. Offense, defense, special teams. It affects your confidence level. It affects the way you carry yourself. It affects it affects your belief on the sidelines. All that stuff's affected by that. But he had a bad game. If he has another bad game, they'll get beat again. There's no guarantee if he has a good game, they'll win. But if he doesn't, they have no chance.
It's their best chance to win.
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's the thing about the way this team's been constructed is that's got to be the X factor, and then you try to bring the other things along. And I think moving forward, I could see a path where Arkansas becomes a really good offensive program, and you try to get a couple of difference makers on defense, and then you got something. And but you got to have some difference makers on special teams, and I think you're right in the idea that it's one game. I know everybody will talk about all the other games too, but to just dump the whole thing because of that bad game. Because don't you equally believe that he can go out and they can win by 2 touchdowns against Mississippi State?
Look, I don't want to make it sound like, and gloss over that the other games there weren't some bad moments too, because there were. I mean, they've lost 6 in a row. That pretty much speaks for itself. But just speaking of Taylor had a bad game. And he is their best chance to win the game. And look, Taylor can play well this week, and it's still going to be nip and tuck. I mean, it is. I just think that's where they are. Winning football, just playing winning football. I know that's a phrase that can mean lots of things to lots of people, but I don't. That's the thing to me, that the winning edge. Those things are missing, and the only way you get them back is make a play, gain some confidence, and win a game. But at some point, you've got to win a game.
Rick's in Lowell. Hey, Rick, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, Taylor's he's the game maker for us. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that for this team. But he had one bad game. I'll buy that for $1. But there's 5 other games. 3 of those or 4 of those.
Well, that's why we said what we said there. I mean, there have been other games.
I understand. Yeah. That's not my point. But this coach that we have now has lost just as many games, with the exclusion of Notre Dame, and nobody can tell you any different. But the team quit on Sam Pittman there in that Notre Dame game. There's no doubts about that. This coach has done nothing more than what Sam Pittman has, other than created hope. But hope's not a plan. Hope won't win you a game. And this offense has done nothing more than when Sam Pittman was here. So I guess, Bo, help me understand why you think he should be in the candidacy for head coach. I mean, because this has been his offense for 2 years.
Yeah.
And this offense has not created much in 2 years.
Well, I think the offense has created quite a bit.
He's been auditioning for 2 years.
I think the offense has created quite a bit, actually. I mean, the numbers say different than what you're saying. Has it been perfect? No.
Jalen Green has.
But, that's the offense. They've ran the ball well, except for last week. And, whatever you want to – if you want to look at the Notre Dame game, I'm not – if you're saying Bobby's not good enough on offense, then I don't know how I'm going to change your mind on that. So if that's your position. But if you're asking about a head coaching vacancy that Arkansas has to fill, all I'm saying is he's in the candidate pool, and I'm waiting to see who is a legitimate candidate for this job that would be a better fit and could do a better job than him. And if you're going to try to use what's happening now or the last year or whatever, I mean, he didn't get to put the whole roster together. He didn't get to set the culture. He didn't get to set the tempo of practice. He didn't get to set what things were going to be like. And he's trying to do that midstream now. But anybody else you hire is going to come in here and you have no idea how it's going to go. None.
I think a fresh start would be better at this point, don't you?
Yeah, that's what everybody says. A fresh start. You know what? I don't like what I have, so I'm going to have a fresh start. What they fail to think about is what does the fresh start actually look like? So let's say you get the fresh start. Tell me how it changes everything.
A new culture, a new positivity. Just because we win together, we lose together. The offense has to score one more point. The defense has to stop them from scoring one more point.
Now, let me say this, Rick. I've just got to say it. That sounds like a strategy of hope right there. I mean, what you're saying sounds like a strategy of hope.
That's Bobby Petrino's word.
No. That's not his word.
No.
That's not his strategy. He got to put a product on the field that give fans hope and a belief to then therefore go and get resources and continue to build and grow. That's what that is.
My only point when I say that is whether it's Bobby Petrino, whether it's somebody else. I mean, we're all going to be engaging in a bit of wishful thinking, because you're going to be asking somebody to do something that hadn't been done in a while. I get what you're saying. I mean, I do. But I also tend to agree with what Bo's saying, that when this is all said and done, you've got to look at your pool of candidates. The people who want the job, the people who, the people that you'd like to interview and maybe lead up your program. I mean, you've got to see who that group is and then pick the best one out of that. Now, I do want to say this, and I feel this very strongly. It's okay to have a little good old-fashioned salesmanship, too. I mean, the idea that if somebody doesn't want to come with you, that you just take that first no, there's some salesmanship involved, and there's got to be some enthusiasm involved. And when you go out and try to hire a coach, I mean, you got to sell this place like it's the best place that God ever created. And if you can't do that, then you're not the best person to go out there and do it. And that goes for Arkansas. It goes for any university in America. Go be a salesman. Go convince somebody that your product's better than somebody else's and bring them into the fold. Again, I know that's easier said than done. But you don't have to be matter-of-fact about everything. Enthusiasm will conquer a lot of stuff.
7:45, more reaction coming up.
I could be mistaken, but I did read it.
It's pretty even.
It could have been incorrect, but I did read it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
The Razorback Raffle is back. This raffle is a new and exciting way to support Razorback athletics, whether you're inside Razorback Stadium or calling the Hogs anywhere in the great state of Arkansas. Our inaugural raffle jackpots grew to nearly $500,000 last spring. Now you can be our next big winner, even if you're not in the stadium. Get your raffle ticket purchased to have a chance to win big right now at RazorbackRaffle.com.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
right. No, Arthur. I'm right. I am right. Go look at it. Go look it up. Do the research and then come back.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's going to try to break 90 again at Fayetteville Country Club this Friday. We'll be doing the show at the Fayetteville Country Club if you want to come by 6 to 9 on Friday morning. It's going to be a little chilly, like, in the 50s while Bart's playing golf. And that won't affect him. It'll just be like a little British Open, a flavor of British Open to go with beautiful Fayetteville Country Club. How's your confidence level, Bart?
Confidence is high as always.
Well, you sound like it.
Yeah. You're not selling anything right there. Yeah. Chuck just gave you the salesman speech. We're going to have to get you in the back room in here and get a rally going. Charlie and Camden, good morning.
Bart, he already, you can hear it in his voice. What you guys talking about? He's got confidence.
Quiet confidence.
Quiet confidence, yes.
Yeah, he doesn't need to say. He doesn't need to say it at all. You already know it's there. Hey guys, did you? I'll be honest. When I came home last night, I actually did not plan on watching that basketball game. For whatever reason, I was so tired last night. But I happened to kind of doze off a bit, and then. Like an old man at 33 when I just turned 33, but and woke up, and man, when I turned the TV on and I look up, man, we're down 12 or something, and then Cal's got the mic. Did you guys watch the game last night, by the way? Before I tell this, did you guys see the basketball game last night?
I mean, Chuck called it.
I didn't see the TV though. What you're talking about, I didn't see that.
I watched
obviously.
most of it.
You know what's crazy, guys? Chuck, I'm so sorry. I did not think you were going to call. I guess I didn't think you were calling it because it was an exhibition. I don't know why. I didn't listen to the radio or even
That's
check
all right.
it. I'm sorry.
I still like it. Sort of.
I'm in trouble, man.
No,
but, you know, during the season, I do sync you guys up and turn the TV off because the TV.
So what was Cal doing? What was Cal doing?
Man, he was awesome, man. He when they gave him the mic and they're down 15, and he's like, "Man, we need this stuff. We need this." And then he's yelling at them, "Go, screen, blah blah blah." But just the way that he understands the psychology part of it, knowing that his team needs some adversity early. Guys, it's October. I know Halloween hadn't hit yet, but man, the sky's the limit for this team. The one thing I think about is if this team can stay healthy, and I want to knock on every piece of wood, and what I'm talking about is nobody go down and it be long-term. I know there's going to be some nicks and bruises along the way. But, man, this team, if they stay healthy, they got a lot of guys, and that can affect the game in different ways. Malik Ewing last night, fun to watch. Big man with vision and throwing a cross-court pass.
He looked like Big O making that one pass.
Billy Richmond, I mean, his energy is just, it's contagious, spectacular, and you can tell he's worked on that shot. But, man, Malik Thomas, one of the purest shots that I've seen, he's got an unbelievable, he doesn't, and it's quick. It's not a lot of movement with it. It's out of his hands. Guy has no conscience. And, look, I think it was just good to see last night them get hit in the mouth a little bit and then respond this early. I think it's good for him.
Thank you, Charlie.
That's what Cal said when they went to him on the sideline. Is we need this. That's what that's why he played the game.
Isn't sports great? Our fans, and I include this, I mean, when your team's losing, we're never going to win again. Talking about football, we're doomed. I mean, we're doomed. How are we going to get out of it? You win a game in basketball, I think we can win the national championship.
Wow, that team looks pretty good.
Well, hey, I will say this about this team. If they can have, and Charlie hit on it, you got to have one of those charmed seasons where nobody gets hurt, nothing bad happens. If they can have one of those seasons, they've got the type squad that could play till the last day.
Hey, Cadell Reynolds has a squad that'll go to work for you. If you got legal issues, whatever they might be, maybe you're trying to collect a debt. Maybe you've got some debt. Make the call. CadellReynolds.com. Get a free consultation. They can defend you. Car accidents, disability claims. CadellReynolds.com. Get a free consultation today and make the right call. It's almost 8 o'clock. Good morning.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Need help growing your brand with strategy and creativity? At Vanquish Marketing, the mission is simple. Help businesses grow with clarity, kindness, and excellence. They don't just run ads or manage campaigns. They come alongside brands as a true partner. By creating data-driven marketing funnels and building strategies that scale, they equip their clients for long-term success. Guided by their core values, they know growth is about more than transactions. It's about people. Visit vanquish.marketing to jumpstart your brand today.
Chris in Fayetteville, you're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I like the guac that they make at your table.
I like homemade.
When they bring it out.
When they bring it out.
What is
they
it
do the
about
whole
them
deal.
making it at your table that you enjoy?
It's the freshness part of it. It's fresh.
It's fresh.
You know, I love to be fresh. You know that. I love it fresh.
That's
You know how I am.
I love to be fresh.
You know.
Who doesn't?
I mean, that's.
Who doesn't? Fresh and clean all day. Chuck Barrett. What's your story? Well, I like fresh and clean.
That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Can I just say that our boy Bart, not only is he a standout golfer, but he makes one heck of a kolache now. Homemade kolaches in the studio today, courtesy of Bart.
5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars.
That's exactly
Put it on.
right.
You have your own Yelp? Like, can we go to
I do not, no.
Bart Eats or something?
No.
It's like every week, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there's some facet of Bart's life that, like, he introduces to the world, and it's like, wow, Bart is a fascinating guy.
I mean, people are trying to set Bart up with women all over the
It really
world.
is. It's
And
incredible.
I'm fielding calls, and I'm like a dang agent.
Like a pimp.
You know?
Oh my God! No!
Beyond simple
my
fatigue.
gosh.
That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, you're. Yeah,
Bart's
the
agent.
filter.
Bart's agent.
Filter.
Agent. I think that's
Chuck
the word
got-
I was looking
Yeah,
for.
Chuck got no sleep. That's the word I actually used. That is not what you said. And that's what
Agent.
no sleep will do for Chuck. I mean, he turned into Clay there for a second. The filter, whoop, out the window.
Agent. It's like being
Oh,
Bart's
my
agent.
gosh. Yeah, all of that over a homemade kolache. Thank you, Bart. Wow. Brandon's in
One
Little
thing
Rock.
leads to another.
Brandon, good morning.
Morning, guys. How are y'all?
Doing great.
Man, I just wanted to bring up 2 thoughts and get y'all's opinion. Y'all are like more educated on this deal than I am. I think they might as well go ahead and hire Bobby, regardless of how this season turns out. I mean, you've got all these big-time schools opening up, and I still can't believe after Sam was fired that Hunter put that on a press conference that Sam didn't have the resources needed to be successful. I mean, we admitted that nationally. So I don't see us going out and getting a big-name coach with all that on the table. We know Bobby can coach the X's and O's. We know we've seen the performance on the field. We know we don't have the players to compete on an even playing field. I think you can get Bobby a little cheaper with the circumstances, maybe get a little more NIL, get a good defensive coordinator. And we just saw what happened with Billy Napier in Florida. I mean, these up-and-comers, it's not a guarantee when you go out and get one of these new up-and-comers. And so I just wanted to get your thoughts on all that. I just think it's going to be hard with what's been put out there publicly and the universities that have opened up and that are going to continue to open up, that we're going to get a big-name guy that we can feel confident with.
Thank you, Brandon. You know, one of the things that when I hear people talk about this and they talk about the possibility of Petrino becoming the coach because there may not be that many people interested, it's that part that I think that bothers people. I don't think people necessarily have anything against Bobby Petrino. They just don't like the idea of the fact that, you know, we may hire Bobby Petrino because nobody else wants the job. Arkansas fans and any fans, you want the team to win 2 or 3 ball games here. You want them to get hot. You want it to be obvious what you should do. May not have that luxury. But, again, I just think it's what does the candidate pool look like at the end of the day and who's the best one? If it's him, hire him. If it's not, hire somebody else.
Match them up. And, again, organizational integrity of your criteria, then you got to check the boxes on what this criteria is. And, honestly, let's be real honest here. Most of us talking about the coaching search are not having that conversation. You're not having a criteria conversation. This guy checks this box, this box, this box, or you don't even know what the boxes are. You're just like, you know what, we need a change. We need a different direction. We need out with the old. Let's do some new. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but that's been happening all over college football for decades. Is it working? Yes, it is. Indiana. Kurt Cignetti. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Let's go. Who's the next Kurt Cignetti? You're going to be playing the daggum lottery.
Well, here's the thing about Cignetti, too. How many of us really know? I mean, Indiana's a good team, but what makes Curt Cignetti a great football man? You know, if he was to sit down and we were to go to the video board and he were to start drawing things up, the average fan, myself included, I wouldn't be able to figure out if this guy really knows what he's talking about or not. But he's enthusiastic. He gets in front of that television camera. He sells Indiana. He sells himself first. He convinces people first that he's the guy. I win. Google me. And you got to have that. He's the whole package. But the first order of business when I look at Cignetti is Curt Cignetti, the individual, and everything that's happened is a result of that.
Our friend Clay Maxey has called into the hotline. I can't imagine what this is about. Clay, good morning.
Morning, Bo. Chuck, how are you guys?
Clay?
We're good. You know, we're just fielding the, the ongoing conversation today.
Well, you know, I got a couple thoughts about that, but then also, Bo, I brought your man Easy. Eric is here with me this morning.
Eric from Mountain Home.
Bo, what do you know?
Hey, man.
Chuck, what the?
Yeah. Clever.
How's it
Clever.
going this morning? How's it going?
What was, are we doing a crossword puzzle on that? What do we have there? What was the finish?
We're not sure.
Okay.
We're not sure this morning
Okay.
what's going on.
All right. What's going on?
Well, I had a thought. You know, Bo, I'm a businessman. I make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes we make the right decision, but you know, I think a lot of people are thinking about this job the wrong way. And being an SEC head coach is the best personal investment you can ever make. I mean, how about working somewhere for 3.5 years and getting $50 million?
It's a pretty good payout.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to get it. Yeah, but yeah, if you can get it, I mean, it's better to be fired than win. You get.
I don't know about that.
Well, let's talk about it. I'm talking about. He said business, like from a financial standpoint.
Well, but here's but here's the difference, though. If a business goes belly up, you can open up a new business. If you are fired as a head coach, lots of times you don't get that opportunity again.
But 50 million it worked.
I understand. I'm not arguing with that. But what I'm saying is if you're 40 years old and you get fired and you get a $40 million buyout, well, your days of making $10 million a year are over.
That's true, but you could start a business.
I promise you. I promise you I can turn that $40 million into something else.
Well, you might be right about that.
$40 million. Nah, we talked about it. We go by like Rhode Island or something.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well.
No, that's what we got. We were thinking about that this morning. You know, Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino's done it. Like you said, Bo, name another candidate that believes he can do it, that's proven he can do it. He's got the resources. The boosters are behind him. I don't understand really what the debate is. I mean, because anybody else is a guess and it's a hope. And like we know our good friend Skinner says, hope is not a strategy.
That's right. We've heard that a couple times today. Hey, y'all go try to get something done. Y'all try to get something done. Thanks for calling in.
You bet. Y'all have a good day.
All right, man. You too.
Yeah, that's the thing about business people. They're always thinking. I mean, they wake up thinking.
Yeah.
And clearly they've had points to ponder this morning.
It is the kind of conversation that we elicit on the Chuck and Bo Show. You know, you're driving around, you're having your coffee, you're having the discussion. But honestly, there's not a better investment than becoming an SEC head coach to then get fired, or a major college football coach to then get fired.
It is incredible.
It really is
what
wild.
happens.
I mean, think about it.
How did this happen?
There's $170 million that will be spent on fired football coaches, and we have 4 games left.
I guess we all just, when whoever our team is, when they lose and they fire the coach, we're so happy the coach is fired that we'll deal with that. Buy out somebody else's money. We're not going to worry about that.
Not only that, Chuck, how many times do we hear this? Oh, they'll come up with the money.
I know.
It's too expensive not to fire.
I read this morning where there's one booster that is supposedly stepped up in Baton Rouge, and he's going to pay Kelly's buyout.
I can't. You know what?
Now that's nuts.
This is making me think. Yes,
that's crazy.
It's making me think like you and I should just sort of travel to different towns with colleges and be like, hey, do you want to get rid of us? Do you not want us around? Here's what it's going to cost.
I don't have to be an SEC head coach. I'll take a couple of million to get fired at Akron. You're just I'm down with that.
I'm just saying we don't even have to coach. We'll just go into places and say, hey, you want to get me out of here? Here's what it's going to take. We'll just create all kind of chaos in the neighborhood. You want me to leave? $50 million.
That's right.
Get $2 million. Okay, well, we'll take $2 million. I mean, golly. And people are just paying it.
Well, they're banking on the fact these guys are going to get jobs. That's what they're banking on.
Well, let's just say they get it all the way down and they only had to pay $8 million of a $50 million buyout. People are still just paying money for nothing.
No, you're right.
They're getting nothing.
Well, there are lots of coaches out there that get six-figure checks every month just for not coaching.
If I have that kind of money, call me to pay the guy that we want to hire because he can win. But quit asking me to pay for the guy that didn't work out. I mean, this is like this brilliant agent Jimmy Sexton move of these buyouts is so – stop the insanity, man. It is nuts. And Chuck, we've thrown the word hope around. Like, college football chases hope like a drunk person chasing blackjack when they're down.
That's quite a chase.
I mean, yeah, it is.
I hear you.
Machine,
I hear you.
Or like the Wheel of Fortune, like I just need one more spin.
I'm going to win this one.
I'm going to win this one. Oh, man. You can win at Plainview Beef by just going to their website, plainviewbeef.com, $99 for a pack of KC strips, $120 for 6 8-ounce fillets. The cleanest beef you'll find anywhere, delivered right to your door. It's juicy, flavorful, tender, and if you use the Chuck and Bo promo code, just Chuck and Bo, you get 12 free beef sticks packed with nutrients. This is the cleanest, healthiest, best protein from a beef perspective that you're going to find anywhere. There are restaurants replacing Wagyu beef with Plainview beef. Big Creek has gone exclusively to Plainview Beef in Mountain Home. PlainviewBeef.com. Get it delivered right to your door and use Chuck and Bo for the promo code.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Today's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here.
Just
Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Been brain dead for 2 days.
I
Some
know.
people would argue much longer.
Well,
but I mean,
it's
if
been-
by my
it's been
own
noticeable.
personal standards,
It's been noticeable, really, the
I
last
know,
couple of
it's just like,
days.
ugh.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Denny from Tulsa says, keep your eye on Mike Norvell. What have you heard, Denny?
What have you heard,
What have
Denny?
you heard?
I
What are
wanna
you
hear
hearing?
dramatic
What are
text
you
readings
hearing?
from Chuck. Denny says, keep your eye on Mike Norvell. Well, Denny, what are you hearing?
What are you hearing, man?
Well, I'm hearing, Chuck.
I don't know.
He might get fired,
My
and then we can hire
brother-in-law-
him.
My brother-in-law works with a guy in Little Rock who knows Frank Fletcher, and you know,
I don't know if you know, but Gus was he was eating in Fort Smith on his bye
Waffle
week while
House.
visiting family.
Waffle House.
And I tell you what, man,
we make ourselves believe it. I've done it. Everybody's done it. You talk yourself into believing something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I do it all the time.
Well, I don't think people even know what they want with the coaching search.
They want to win games.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I know people want that, but they don't have any idea what they really want. I mean, they haven't been able to articulate it. At least, I mean, I'd love to hear that.
Well, if you win games, you overlook, or I mean, if he's got a personality you don't like, if he wins games, you overlook it. If he's got a personality you do like, if he wins games, you're even more enthusiastic.
You know what? Let's go to the Chevy of Fayetteville situation room.
go to
Bart's
Bart.
Jones and Bart. Do you have a list of people that
What do you have, Bart?
You know, could be in the.
What do the gamblers
You
say?
see that square down there, Chuck? That square that somebody cut in the parking lot. That
Oh, yeah,
rectangle
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's not a
Big
square.
hole, yeah.
It's about the size of 6 Plainview beef boxes. Okay, somebody cut a hole in our parking lot. I don't know why. I don't know what they had to get to or whatever. They filled it with just a pile of dirt. And then it rained, and now it's a very small, I'm going to say, 2x3 pond.
It's bigger than your
Okay?
average pothole.
And I told Bart I'm going to go home, get a fishing pole out of the garage that Ty left there, and I'm going to come up here, and I want you to take a photo of me with the line in this 2x3 hole and say, Bo, fishing in the pool of Arkansas coaching candidates.
That would have been really good.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
it's a visual on where you are.
That's the sort of creative thinking
Yeah.
that most people don't have.
Yeah, well, but then we take it to another level, and James Franklin comes out of the hole on the and then we could animate it, and we could just have different.
That would have been good.
Guys climbing out of us. Well, we don't have to do it now. I've already.
Well, but it'd still be
visually
fun.
explained it.
Still be fun.
This is an audio mostly medium, except for those watching on YouTube. But even they had to imagine it because we don't have the picture.
Theater of the mind. Still theater of the mind.
You know. Bart, Chevy Fayetteville Situation Room. What do you have?
Well, where would you guys like to go? Would you?
Well, I want
You take us
5
there,
names.
Bart.
Give me the
Take
top
us there.
5 candidates Arkansas can get.
Well, based on offshore odds, here.
Good God.
Yeah, here we go.
I mean,
Offshore
Let me
odds.
tell you what they're saying in the Caymans.
Yeah.
these are I'll give you the top 6 candidates, okay? Because they have
What a
6
great
listed.
number.
Offshore odds.
Of course, it'd be the number 6.
Rhett Lashley 3-1.
Good mercy.
Ryan Silverfield 4-1. Bobby Petrino 5-1. John Sumrall 6-1. Brian Kelly 6-1. GJ Kinney 7-1.
Which one do you want?
If
Like,
you
could
look,
get any of them.
Will any of them be the coach?
Well, I don't know. I don't think Rhett would leave SMU, but that's just how, I haven't asked him. But I don't
if you
think
look
he will.
at the they also have odds on Brian Kelly's next job. 3-1. The 3-1 favorite for Brian Kelly's next job is Arkansas.
What if he came here?
I would lose my mind.
I know you would. I know you would.
Did you forget about how close we were to having Les Miles?
Yeah, I know.
I would lose my mind.
Hey, I know I read this last night, I guess, before the basketball game, that in Baton Rouge, there's somebody was saying down there that he's going to end up at Arkansas.
Okay, put it on the poll. Offshore odds out in the Caymans. They have Brian Kelly as the the next Arkansas head coach. Do you approve?
Nobody's gonna say yes.
Brian Kelly was 34-14 at LSU. This is the power of the mind right here. He's 34-14 at LSU. But every fan base in America, you want Brian Kelly? Oh no, damage.
Well, I don't want him because he's not going to be that at
guy.
Arkansas. He's not going to.
Lots of non-likable people have won games.
Yeah.
I don't need him to be likable. I just don't think he can win here.
He would be a
Google him.
He would be a terrible
Brian
fit.
Kelly. Google him.
To Bo's point, he would be a terrible fit here, just like he was a terrible fit at LSU.
You don't think that family thing would fly
I don't
here
know.
either?
I don't know. I mean,
you want another school like odds on
Where's-
another school's head
where's
coach?
John Gruden on the list?
Who do you want? Well, give me an opening.
Florida.
Minus 105.
Lane Kiffin.
Eli Drinkwitz.
Oh, okay.
2-1 James Franklin. 3-1 Lane Kiffin. 9-1 Jed Fish.
Okay. Auburn's not open yet.
No.
Penn State, Matt Rule.
Penn State, plus 125, Joe Brady. Plus 150, Matt Rule.
Joe Brady.
Hey, you're
Former
going to hear
OC.
his name at LSU probably.
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit.
true.
He is the second choice at LSU at 2-1 behind John Sumrall at plus 150.
Who do you? Here's one. Who do you not want to go to LSU? As an Arkansas fan, who do you hope they don't get? That's another way of looking at it.
You know who's out there that nobody
Lane
brings
Kiffin.
up? Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher
Now,
won
see,
a lot of football
Somebody's
games.
going to get tricked into hiring
Jimbo
him.
Fisher was Jimbo Fisher won a lot of games. Now it didn't work
What do you
out at
think, Chuck?
A&M.
What do you think about Jimbo? Forget Arkansas. Just if you're the athletic director somewhere, like major college football.
I would consider it.
He's 60, man.
I would
He's
consider
60.
it. It would
What's wrong
depend
with
on it would depend
I'll
on the
tell you
situation.
exactly what's wrong with that.
What's wrong with 60?
The 25 oldest head coaches in college football this season are a combined 89 and 91. 4 of them have already been fired. The 6
Age discrimination.
No.
Bart.
The 6 new
Everybody's
hires
ready to
this
put the
season
old guy out
that
the
are on that
roster.
list are a combined
Send him to the
21
rest
and
home.
33 this year. Okay? The average age of the coaches currently ranked in the top 25, 51. For SEC ranked teams, 48. Okay? Who would you say have been Arkansas's most successful head coaches?
Bobby Petrino.
Petrino,
Houston
Boyles, Nutt,
Hatfield.
Holtz, Hatfield. Okay, here are their ages at the times when they were at the times of their first season.
Okay, this is like
No.
Bart did some research, man. He got in the think tank yesterday, and he went to friggin' work. Let's hear it.
34, 40, 41, 41, 47. Those were the ages of those 5
But
guys.
the only reason you can cite all that's because Saban decided to hang it up. I mean, Saban's an old man.
Yeah.
And
And
Belichick.
Saban-
Belichick dominated
but
the
Saban-
NFL as an old man.
Saban got. I would disagree strongly
He
with
will-
that.
They won a lot of. My point is that you're saying these guys because they're 60. That's the reason they're not winning. I think if you were to
Saban
really
got
look
out
at
of
the
it.
programs, the reason they're not winning is not because the coach is 60.
It's
There's
because
lots of other
because
reasons.
they're not thinking the way you have to win in modern college football.
Okay.
Can you put
No,
that?
you look.
Can you put that in the
got
job
guys,
description?
You've got guys who have been doing this forever, and they've been doing it a certain way forever, and that's how they've
You
been
are
doing it.
generalizing.
I'm not generalizing.
Yes, you are.
I just gave you the data.
Well, yeah. I mean, but there are other factors. You gave us data, but there's other factors.
If you're suggesting Sam Pittman did not have success at Arkansas because he was 63, I'm going to have to say you're as wrong as wrong can be.
That's not the only reason
That's
he didn't
what
have
he's saying.
success.
That's what he's saying. He's saying
That's my point. It's not the only reason. You cite it like that's the reason. It's not the reason.
I'm saying if I'm picking Arkansas's next head coach,
I'm
he should
saying
be
in-
somebody who is younger.
I'm saying
Because
unless
that's what
you've
this
got some
program
money, it
needs.
doesn't matter if he's 35 or 85, you're going to get your ass kicked every Saturday.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Can you put the age in the job description? Are you allowed to do that? HR's
look,
on line 3.
Look.
They're like, hey, one of the boxes is they've got to be 48 to
telling you.
52.
I'm just telling you.
I just wanted to argue,
The
that's
people
all.
who
That was
had,
good.
The people who've had success here
getting
fit
a
a
little
certain
nervous.
profile, and
I was a little
like
nervous.
I would
Chuck
trend.
hasn't
I would
slept.
trend to
The
that.
table's been the table's
Like
gonna
I'm
get
telling you
flipped
right now,
over.
if somebody hires Jimbo Fisher, it's going to fail spectacularly.
But not because he's old.
because he's set in the way he's doing things, man. Jimbo Fisher is not aligned with the way things work in college football today. That's the whole reason Saban got out. He didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that old guy, John Calipari.
Jeez, I'll tell you what, man.
Age discrimination. Bart's
Look, there
practicing
are
age
exceptions. There are
discrimination.
exceptions to every rule.
Bart thinks 60 is old.
Kurt Cignetti is the
thinks
exception.
60 is old.
Kirk Cignetti is the exception. He's not the rule.
I'm speechless.
I mean, I'm just sort of like, that was an interesting place to go. It is interesting. It is interesting. But I don't think that's the determining factor. I really don't.
No, it's
But-
not the determining factor, but if you think it's not a factor, plus this program needs some dang energy, man.
Who's your guy, Bart?
Now, I
Who's
don't
your guy?
disagree with that part,
Like,
but I don't
needs
think you have
energy.
to go with a young guy to find energy.
your guy?
No, maybe not. But
Who's your guy?
like I think you have maybe a better
Scott
chance.
Cochran, who's your guy?
Look, I mean, there are all sorts of guys that you could look at. I don't know who's coming here, and I think if we're being honest with ourselves, nobody really has any idea. Nobody has a clue. Like all these lists from these outlets that come out of like who might be. Well, they're just getting names from Jimmy Sexton or whoever is feeding them information. Like if anything, we've learned.
It's true.
We've
Jimmy's
learned
going to
from-
play somebody here.
We've learned
Yes.
from coaching searches here at Arkansas to expect the unexpected. Nobody expected John Calipari to be the basketball coach here. Nobody expected Brett Bielema to leave a spot where he'd won 3 straight Big Ten titles to be the coach here.
Justin wants to know how old Chad Morris was.
Man, I mean, that guy's just a horrible football coach. What do you want?
It's 8:30. Good morning. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Truck Month is here at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, and the savings are big. Get up to $12,000 off new Silverados, up to $8,000 off Chevy 2500s, and up to $5,000 off Chevy Colorado. That's real money back in your pocket. Plus more inventory, more discounts, and better service than anywhere else in Northwest Arkansas. Stop by today and see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
rested Chuck
That's right.
is the best kind of Chuck.
I will be good tonight. Stay in. You'll get the best version of me tomorrow, I promise.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck's concerned, or Bart's concerned about energy for 60-year-olds coaching.
Bart hates old people.
He's clearly forgotten. Maybe he's got all the energy you need. If you are lacking energy, you don't have to. A lot of us think, I'm just getting older, I'm tired.
Yeah,
like,
it really
like
is.
you get.
Although I will say this, if you're Darius Acuff size, but have that kind of game, you'll do okay. And of course, he's not a little guy; he just looks a
I'm
little
just
out
talking
there.
about their overall size.
No, you're right.
Is better. I mean, they had 46 rebounds last night, 10 offensive rebounds, 13 second chance points.
They out-rebounded him by 13, I think. Was it Was it 46-33 at the end, or 46-43?
46-33.
33.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about, again, the end of last season and what got them beat and what sent them home in the NCAA tournament, and it was rebounding. And, that is the last piece of a great defensive stop, is you got to get the rebound. And they're doing that, and they'll. I think they'll continue to do it. And to me, that was the thing that I knew Cal would go get great players. I didn't have any doubt about that. I knew he'd get a bunch of 5 stars and have great talent on this team because he always has. But how rugged are they inside? How can they handle that when you get into March? And that to me, you're not going to win a national championship without a great big guy. You're just not. And it seems like maybe they've got some candidates
56 points in the paint, 51 points off the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just go through
and
it.
They played 8 guys and scored 51 points off the bench. Malik Thomas.
Yeah, Brazil, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Carter Knox, 10 points. 7 rebounds. Brazil had 8 and 7. Knox had 10 and 7. Nick Pringle, 5 and 3. Darius Acuff had 17 points, 7 assists, no turnovers. Malik Ewing, 15, 4 rebounds. Malik Thomas, 23 points, 4 assists, 4 steals. Billy Richmond, 13 points, 3 rebounds, a steal, an assist.
And as many three-pointers as he made all of last season.
2 of 3 from 3. I mean, those guys they look fun. And the way they responded to getting punched in the mouth early, that was as encouraging as anything. So the exhibition season's complete.
That's right.
And Arkansas absolutely ran 2 teams out of the building.
Yeah, I mean, they were, you think about that win over Cincinnati on the heels of them beating Michigan.
89-61.
I'm going to be interested to see what Memphis does against Auburn later this week. They're going to play their second exhibition game against Auburn a little bit later this week, and we'll see how that turns out.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, it'll always turn out great when they do the job because that's their promise to you. They're going to communicate with you right up front, tell you exactly what you're getting. Also, you're going to tell them what they need, what you need, and they're going to listen, then give you the feedback, get the job agreed to, and then come in on time, on budget, and use the best materials and the best crews you can find anywhere. And it doesn't matter what kind of roof it is. Shingle, McElroy metal roof, flat roof. They use only the best materials like Malarkey shingles. It's built to last. And then they leave you an immaculate job site. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. You're working with great people, great professionals, and great materials when you work with Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Teamworkbuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, there's nothing like a perfect steak. So tender, juicy, and packed with flavor. And now, thanks to Plainview Beef, it's clean with no hidden chemicals. Plainview Beef feeds their cattle with wheatgrass sprouts, and their beef is loaded with nutrients your body needs. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. PlainviewBeef.com. Order direct to your house. Check out their menu, which includes 6 8-ounce fillets for just $99. Again, it's PlainviewBeef.com. Use the promo code Chuck and Bo and get a free 12-pack of beef sticks. PlainviewBeef.com.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hog Trough Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hog Trough, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact-checking. Kind of ruined.
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact-checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact-checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, WT Equipment, family-owned, locally operated, 8 locations across Arkansas. If you're in Northwest Arkansas, you've probably heard the name Williams Tractor all your life. Well, WT Equipment is the name that you need to remember now. And again, 8 locations across the state, whether you're running a farm, whether you're managing a job site, taking care of your own land, they've got the tools to get it done. The legendary Bobcat, New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and an expert staff. They help you find exactly what you need, and their commitment to service runs deep, just like their Arkansas roots. So if you're looking for dependable equipment and folks who treat you like family, stop by your nearest WT Equipment location or visit WTEquip.com, and let's get to work.
I'm looking at the game. Arkansas is now a 5-point favorite.
Is that right?
Against Mississippi State. Oaklawn Sports app. Download the app. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Bet with the brand you trust, Oaklawn Sports. 5 points.
That's crazy to me.
Well,
I will.
here we go. Arkansas might get into the locks on the wrong side with Bart this week.
I wouldn't touch that game for anything. No.
Yeah.
No. That's poison.
Yeah.
That is gambling poison right there.
Oh. Yeah.
Mississippi State's lost 16 straight SEC games.
I know, man.
Yeah, but they got a young coach.
I know.
so they're a young
Arkansas
coach.
can't win a game. I mean,
I'm going to be stuck on that the rest of the day. Young
How old's
coach.
that guy anyhow?
Yeah.
Every game.
Hey, what about 65-year-old Willie Fritz? 7-1 in Houston. What about that guy?
Let's go. How about Willie Fritz? He came out of he's like made it just.
There is no
figured
John
out.
Sumrall at Tulane without Willie Fritz first. John Sumrall's being mentioned in connection with these big jobs because he's young, like Bart was saying. Willie Fritz is not because he's older. Even though Willie Fritz he's the one that built the thing.
John Sumrall.
Here we go.
John Sumrall also went 23-4
I'm not saying
at Troy.
but there is no John Sumrall success
Troy.
at Tulane without
The
what
old
Willie
guy.
Fritz built.
The old guy. What the old guy built. Hey, this weekend on all the games, like when we come in on Monday, can you put the age of every coach,
every winning
by all the
coach, and
winners?
the age of every
We're gonna
losing
start
coach.
doing the average age of winning coaches
I
this
have,
week.
I have
was
the ages of every coach in the top 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single one of them.
Go for it. Yeah,
If you've done, but see, Bart, here's the thing about this data. It is selective data. You could take a 10-year period in college football, 10 years in the past, 10 years in the future. You can make data say pretty much anything you want if you pick the right period of time.
I would say if we go back to the start of the NIL era, heck, let's just say post-COVID, okay? I think this is the way the data is going to look predominantly. Because I think this is a different time in college football right now.
Well,
we're in a different era of college football.
I'm obviously not as smart as you young guys, and these old coaches clearly don't have the football acumen that these young guys do.
Oh, my gosh.
But we'll just have to see how it all works out.
You know what? How old is Shohei Ohtani?
Well, he's younger than
31, I believe.
31.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that guy.
He was on base 9 times last night. 5 walks, 2 homers, 2 doubles.
How, like if we're not watching him play, we're missing. We're just missing out. He said,
"Well, he's young."
He plays for the Dodgers. Whatever.
Okay, the Chiefs won last
No, he's
night.
awesome. He's
Edward, America's team won last night, 28-7.
Chiefs won, Spurs won, Hogs won. Good night.
How old's Brian Kelly, by the way?
63?
63, 64, something like that.
Bart, you're going to be 63 or 64 one day,
And I won't be a
I'll
head
be
football
dead.
coach.
I'll be dead. But
I'll be dead.
I'll be
You're dead already, according to AI.
Yeah, I know.
Bill Gates is 70 today.
Yeah.
What do you think of Bill Gates? Think he's past it?
Yeah,
The world's passed him by.
Washed up.
Julia Roberts.
You guys took my point and
Julia,
completely
that's
misconstrued it.
Well, I mean, that's all part of it. I think. Well, our point is that you can't base the idea on whether someone's a good candidate at Arkansas on their age. I think that's our point.
I
Age.
think not on only, but it should be a factor.
I think HR has an issue with that.
Based on history and based on what the current college football landscape tells us.
I think old people get up earlier in the morning. I think they get more done. I think they've got more wisdom.
This is not a.
Are your mentors younger than you? Are you Bill Belichick?
I hate you guys.
Hey, National Chocolate Day, and it's National First Responders Day. So a salute to all of our first responders in all seriousness. But I mean, there's not a day that goes by, Chuck, that I don't see an accident. I don't remember it being like this.
Oh, right in front of us on
All
College Avenue?
over Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas.
People
I'm
are
sure
driving
all
too
over the
fast.
state.
Too many construction.
Well, too much distraction while driving. Is something to
As
pay
we look
attention
at our
to.
phones.
I'm checking it out right now.
Yeah.
Bart's going to have live scoring on Friday, by
It's
the
gonna
way.
be
We'll get
great.
into that later this week. Have a great Tuesday.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the event